everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. All right. Today's topic is 10 red flags to watch out in a new relationship. Watch out for these 10 red flags. Before we get started, I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. All right, now let's look into this. You want a relationship. Now you're in a new relationship. I'm going to give you 10 red flags to watch out for in the beginning. Here we go. The first is disrespect for your boundaries. They ignore your no's. Maybe you meet somebody and they want you to do some things that you don't want to do, so you say no. And so they just want to keep badgering you until you give in. That's overstepping your boundaries and not respecting your boundaries. And if you are uncomfortable physically, emotionally, or financially adhering to any of their requests, sometimes in these new relationships, men will test you. All right. They want to see just how far they can go with you. So they'll ask you to do things that you might feel uncomfortable doing, whether it's sexual, whether it's emotional, or whether it's financial. And you have boundaries and you don't want to cross them. Let them know what those boundaries are. I'm not going to be giving you my money. I'm not going to be doing any sexually perverted things. And I'm not going to be out here trying to gossip and destroy people. All right. Now, if your intended pushes you in that direction, then he's not respecting you. He's not respecting your boundaries when he's trying to push you to be something that you don't want to be. So you need to open your eyes about that. Don't allow anybody to push you into doing something that you do not feel comfortable doing. Now, some boyfriends, especially, they'll push you in the sexual department because it's according to how seasoned they are. And they may want you to do some things that you're not comfortable with. Just tell them no. Don't do it just to keep the relationship together. And one big red flag is if he asks you, let's do a threesome. Some guys in the beginning of a relationship, they bring that up because that's their style. And they want a woman who's going to fit into that style. If it's not you, tell him no. And if he cannot respect that, let him go. But you might not even want to be in a relationship with a man who likes to have threesomes. Because if he brings it up to you, it means that he's not willing to let it go for you. He's looking for somebody who can fit into that, not to change who he is. Okay? All right, now let's look at number 2. Overly fast intimacy. He just met you. Already he wants to take you to his house or get to your house to have sex. He just met you. He doesn't even know you. You don't even know him. That's a red flag. Some men, they will, when on the first date, they get all huggy, rubbing all up against you and things like that. No. You're worth more than that. You're not just his sex toy. That's a big red flag. Do not go with it. And you go on your first date and he wants to be slobbering all over you and all of that. No, he's not the one. Okay? Number 3, inconsistent or shady behavior, which means that you don't hear from him all the time, especially after he's had sex with you. You'll hear from him now and then. He'll just keep you on hold, keep you on a string, because he's probably seeing other people. You're not special. You think you are when he's with you, but then when he's not with you, it leaves you in a state of confusion, anguish, gives you a lot of stress and anxiety because you're wondering, did he really care about me or did he just use me? Why doesn't he call? Maybe I should call him. No, this is a state of confusion. It's a red flag. Let it go. If the man really cares about you, he will contact you consistently to make sure that you are comfortable in a relationship with him. You know, some men will pretend they want a relationship until they take you to bed. Then they'll turn over after it's all over in your face and tell you, you know what? I'm not really looking for a relationship. That's deceitful. Ladies, if that ever happens to you, pick yourself up and walk away and don't look back. Don't look for him to explain why you feel like that. Why would you use me like that? Don't do it. Let it go. Take it as a lesson because number one, you shouldn't have slept with him that fast anyway. So the lesson should be on you. You can't blame uh, a demon for being a demon. Okay? All right. All right. Now we're on number 4. Negative talk about exes. You with a man and he's dogging out his ex. You want to be with him because when you're an ex, he's gonna dog you out. He might be dogging you out anyway. Any man who can stoop that low is not good. All right. You don't want to be with a person like that. And when they're dogging out their exes, they will show no accountability for what happened in a relationship. Everything was the ex's fault. They were just perfect. No, don't believe it. You know, it's a lot of men, when they start a new relationship, they're going to tell you how terrible their ex was. You know, it's a two sides to every story. He's only giving you his side so that he can come up smelling like a rose when he could have been the one who destroyed it. Number 5, controlling and possessive behavior. If you're with a man who is controlling you, for instance, he wants to tell you what to wear. He wants to tell you how to speak. He wants to tell you what to do and how to do it. He's controlling you. Don't go with that. He wants to tell you how you ought to look to please him. Don't go for that. If he cares about you, he will love you the way that you are. He won't be comparing you to others. He won't be trying to find fault in the way that you are, the way that you look, the way that you talk, the way that you do things. He will love all of you. So any man that you are with that starts out criticizing you about anything is a big red flag. All right, let's go for number 6. Let's go for number 6. He is disrespectful to others. Okay. For instance, you go out to a restaurant and he's nasty to the waiters. He's shouting out loud. He's all embarrassing. You don't want to be with that at all. It shows he has no culture. So you don't want to be with a man who cannot elevate you, because this type of man will only tear your image down as long as you are with him. So notice how he treats other people. And notice if people are drawn to him, because it's the energy thing. And if he is full of toxicity and negative energy, people will be repulsed by him. They won't come to him and try to be nice and all of that. They will stand back, watch, and flee if necessary. Okay? So you don't want to be associated with a person like that. Number 7, financial red flags. He asks you if you got $1. That's no good. Can I borrow $10 to payday? No. Now, do not loan your dates money. If they ask you for money, you shouldn't be with them because they're financially broke. Why would you want to be with a broke person? Okay? You know, if some men say, give me 20, I'll pay you back on payday. No, he cannot afford you. Ladies, know this. You deserve the best. Don't be with a man who can't afford you where you have to pay for yourself if you want to enjoy yourself because he can't afford you. It's going to be an uphill battle all the way. And many of these men will tell you, oh, well, you know what? I'm working and in the future, I'm going to have it all. Well, you know, holler back at me when you got it all. Ladies, don't sacrifice yourself helping a man build himself. I wouldn't do it because there's too many of them would just use you and abuse you. And once they get on top, they'll leave you for something a little easy, something more refreshing. Somebody who doesn't know their pattern, doesn't know really how they got there. Okay? So you don't want to be used as a stepping stone for a man. All right. Number 8, his refusal to resolve conflict. All right, you have an argument, and all of a sudden, he'll jump up and go slam the door. Out the door, he's gone. He don't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to resolve it. He doesn't want to care. So he'll wait until you get calm, and start missing him. Maybe he'll take off a week or two until you start missing him and reevaluating yourself, because it's what women do. They'll beat themselves up before they look at what he did. They'll find fault in themselves. Maybe I talked to him the wrong way. Maybe I wasn't looking at him the right way. Maybe I said the wrong thing. This is what women do. Stop doing that. Stop beating yourself up. Hold him accountable for his part in it. So if he has a refusal to resolve conflict, he doesn't care. That's what that means. If he really cared about the relationship, he's going to stick right there until it's resolved. He wants to leave it always on a happy note. Like people say, never go to bed angry. He doesn't want to go to bed angry. He wants to resolve it and be peaceful. And number 9, he has an unstable or unexplained past. That's why I say when you meet these men, there comes a time when you really need to meet his family so you can see where he came from. You can see what kind of stock he came from, because that will make a big difference in your relationship going forward. Because even in the long shot that you end up with this man, you're actually ending up with his past too. So you want to know what his past is. And men who have tainted past, they can be pretty sketchy about it. But if you can meet his family, sit down, get to know them, they'll let you know. And don't forget to look at that family album, because that family album will tell you a lot about them. Okay? It'll tell you about that gene pool, which you want to know about. You want to know if there's any crazies in the family, because that's a gene that could run right through. You want to know if all these people been in prison. It could be a generational curse. You want to know if it's narcissism, any sociopaths, a psychopath in his family. That's how you get to know these things, by taking your time and doing your own research before you lay down with these people. Because once you lay down with them, now you have their energy in you. And you have those rose-colored glasses on. And it's very hard to see through rose-colored glasses. All right? Do it while you have clear vision. And then, once you find that there are no red flags, then you get to go. You get the green light. But if you see red flags, it's time to stop and take notice. All right, number 10 is your gut instinct. Because through all of this, your gut will be talking to you. You got to listen to it. That's your intuition. And I always say this, it's your ego that's in survival mode that is afraid for you that if you don't take this opportunity, you may miss out. You may not find nobody else. No, look at you. Wow, you're not all that lovable that men are just going to flock to you. This is your ego talking to you. Survival mode. Do not listen to it. Listen to your intuition, because your intuition will always guide you in the right direction. And if this particular person is not right for you, you got to stand up and be strong and say, this is not for me. Go on with your life, improve your life, and put out the intention into the universe that you want a wholesome and happy relationship. And the universe will grant it to you as long as you stay positive. Okay? Do not allow any of these situations that you go through in a new relationship to make you bitter and feel like, they all the same. No use even bothering with it, whatever. But just be still and start loving yourself and pampering yourself. And that energy that you're pouring into yourself will bring you like-minded energy. Okay? And that's what you want. To be happy, to flourish, and to get support and love out of any new relationship. I hope that you understand the message today, and I really hope that it helps someone. Now, those of you who may have a question that you'd like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best. And I really hope to see you next time.